Randumb Rants. Like and subscribe. And we're doing something a little different today, right? Of course, you know Rants loves the sitcoms, right? But Rants loves good hip hop and great R&B, right? And we're going to review a video from a legendary hip hop artist that made a legendary song on a legendary album, right? You guys see the thumbnail. Slick Rick, Teenage Love, okay? From the album The Great Adventures of Slick Rick, okay? Now, Rants knows what he's talking about when it comes to these topics now, right? This album came out, November 1st, 88? But see, I personally was not introduced to this album until my fourth grade year, right? Around that time, I would say. What year that was is irrelevant. But understand this. The persons whose music collection I was going through, right? They were older than me and they had cassette tapes. I know I don't have to explain that, right? You guys are familiar with the Good Times episodes I review, so I already know you know what a cassette tape is, right? But nonetheless, anybody that had the Teenage Love single would know that the B-side on that was Treat 'Em Like a Prostitute. Rants is hip, right? And that is actually track 1 on the album, right? The same person that had the single introduced me to the album, and I fell in love with Slick Rick's storytelling, right? Amazing storytelling. And I already know you guys are familiar with the Children's Story track, right? Everybody loves that track, and eventually I'll get on that. But if you know anything about Slick Rick and his first album, which this is it, right? Teenage Love was actually the first single, okay? This was the first song that he came out with just to let people know, no, I'm not just a battle rapper. Because, you know, he's coming from New York, of course. I'm not just a battle rapper. I make great songs. You know, I can tell amazing stories, right? And this song is timeless, okay? Everybody in the chat, everybody in the comments is going to be able to relate to these words, okay? But I'm going to go through the verses. You already know Rants. You know me, right? I can't do the London accent, right? But I'm going to go through the verses, right? But we're going to break down the video because we all saw the video. But you haven't saw it until you seen Rants really review it. Like, we about to watch this as grown adults now, right? So let's start from the beginning, right? And we're just going to do a brief bio on Slick Rick, right? Ricky Walters, I believe. Yeah. Ricky Walters, born, Southwest London, right? Him and his parents moved to South Wimbledon. Yeah, tennis Wimbledon, right? Imagine being out there, right? And then they migrated to the Bronx in 76 when Slick Rick was just 11. Hip hop, they invented in 78, 79, right? So naturally, he takes a liking to it. He comes up with Dougie Fresh, whom is my man. That's also Barry Bangs' man, too. If I didn't say that, we would be beefing. That's Barry Bangs' man, right? Dougie Fresh. Everybody knows that. I'm doing the Dougie right now as we speak, right? Neither here nor there. It's not his video, right? Nonetheless, he comes up battle rapping, right? He's Slick Rick the Ruler. But then he gets signed to Def Jam, right? In 86, right? I believe he was like under Rush management, right? So you guys already know who was doing that, right? And we get to we get the Loudy Dowdies, but then we get his solo album, November 1st, 88, and we get this legendary video, Teenage Love, right? Now let's get to the video. We see two fine around the way girls. Understand, this is the 80s, okay? This is not the era. Maybe you did grow up in this era, right? And if you did, I know you can relate. These are fly girls. These are around the way girls, okay? These are honeys. These are shorties. Understand that. Now, The one with the flowers, we're going to name her Brittany. Okay? And that's Brittany, right? You see her walking, right? Now, understand this. Whenever we do the rap scene, you see Slick Rick, how the video is shot. The color part, that's Slick Rick the rapper, also known as Slick Rick the ruler. Yeah, understand that. That's his name, right? And we will be rapping, because he's just rapping, telling the story. But when we get into the black and white scenes, see, the video tells an amazing story of a teenage love that we've all experienced, you know? Oh, and don't let me get on the hook that's playing, right? Oh my goodness. All right, now look. It's simple, right? It's simple. It's just Slick Rick saying, a teenage love. A teenage love. But the ad-libs, right? Now, if you clicked on this video and the ad-libs don't speak to you, go ahead and just click off of this, because this ain't your song. This song didn't speak to you like it spoke to Rants, right? Those ad-libs that, don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again. Come on, man. Like, that spoke to my soul. I was in 4th grade. I wasn't even a teenager yet. But I already knew what was to come, right? But nonetheless, I'm talking about me. I'm sorry. This is like therapy. This is like therapy for me, right? All right. Nonetheless, though, right? Now we have to be introduced to Slick Rick, right? And his crew. Understand, this guy's in his crew. Well, before I even get on this guy, let's break down the light-skinned brother. Because we have to talk about the light-skinned brother, right? You guys remember the light-skinned brother. And I chose him specific, right? That's Pierre. I'm gonna actually do his character on How to Be a Player, right? Because he's a great sad character. He always talked about, yeah, light-skinned brothers ain't in style. You know, it ain't the 80s, right? Well, this was the 80s, baby. And light-skinned brothers were in style, right? And to understand that, you would have to understand that there's different grades of light-skinned brothers, right? And the higher the grade, the taller and the wavier the hair is. Oh, and they will hit your chick. Oh, you better keep them on a leash. And between 86 and 89, they hitting all types of chicks, right? They popular, and it's because of this one right here. I'll be sure, right? Now, this was a curse, a gift and a curse, right? Because, see, due to him being an R&B singer, light-skinned brothers got a soft title. You know, that I can tell how you feel about you night and day. You hear the light skin mimicking my voice, right? You hear that? Because I'm mimicking him. I'm soft. I'm subtle. I'm light-skinned when I'm doing that. You understand now, right? They got a bad rap, but understand this though, right? They were doing good, right? They hitting all these chicks and all that, but understand this. Wesley Snipes. Yeah, Wesley Snipes. And this guy, Big Daddy Kane. They single-handedly committed homicide on light-skinned brothers, especially in the urban community. Yes, light-skinned brothers wouldn't come back. They would start to come back in the later 2000s, like early 2000s, when the cornrow era came in. Busy Bone helped them out a little bit in the mid 90s, but see, they were still deemed soft. You know, I know I'm going on a tangent. I'm sorry, but I get so passionate about these things. And you have to understand the background. And you have to understand that Big Daddy Kane is a part of his crew. And he's dark-skinned. He's a smooth operator. Because he's so smooth. And he will hit your chick. All right? He will knock your chick down. I would never hang with this guy. This is Big Daddy Kane. He's about like, he's in his prime right now. These light-skinned brothers don't even know. And it's a fact, brother. Matter of fact, let me keep going, right? Let's just keep going. Let's keep going, right? And we see a camera flash very quick, and we see a cameo from a familiar face. Yeah. That's Kimberly. Yep, that's Brooklyn Kimberly right there, right? I don't want you guys to ever think a 6'3", chubby, phenomenal rapper put this lady on. This lady was popular before him, okay? How do I know that? Well, she's in this daggone video. Like what? Looking real cute, too. That's Kimberly. That's Brooklyn Kimberly. You better put some respect on her, too. All right? She been fly since she was in the 5th grade. Everybody know that. Everybody know that, right? Boom. Now we see Brittany, right? She done broke away from her homegirl. She got her flowers, right? And she notices her dude, Slick Ricky D, the ruler. But this is a teenage Slick Rick, right? And she walks over there. But before she even does that, now we see the whole crew, right? Peep Big Daddy Kane. I want y'all to peep Big Daddy Kane, right? And I also want y'all to peep the chubby brother that's like right there next to him. These guys are jealous. This is typical teenage behavior. Okay? You think these boys are your friends. Your parents like, those boys aren't your friends. But you know everything. You're 16, you're 17. We get it, right? And you see she walks up, right? You know, like I said, well, first, he points her out. She walks up, gives him a kiss, right? And you see their faces. They wish it was them. They wish it was them. And my man Slick Rick walks off with her because he's smooth. It's the 80s. It's before social media. If you was nosy back then, which everybody was, you was really nosy, right? And now let's get into the first verse, right? Hey sport, here's a thought from the old school crew. A serious situation we all go through. It deals with your feelings. So here's what I say. It's like a day where nothing seems to go your way. Bust this. Two people, they really like each other. He says there's no one else and she claims there is no other. The feelings are same and you receive a notion to reveal your inner thoughts and deeply hid emotions. A teenage love. A teenage love. Don't hurt me again. Don't hurt a teenage me again. Love. I'm sorry, I had to. But understand, that's just about puppy love, right? Everybody has been through it. Now, as Slick Rick and Brittany is walking off, what you didn't know was he was being observed by another fly girl. Another around the way fillet. Yes, Keisha. You see her right there, observing Slick Rick, right? And it just so happens, him and Brittany, Slick Rick, of course, they get into a argument, right? You see Slick Rick, he's trying to say his part, and Brittany just doesn't want to hear it, and she tosses the flowers in Slick Rick's chest, you know? And Keisha sees it. See, this is a teenage love, right? A teenage love. Don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again. Please, I'm begging you, right? So now, Keisha walks over there, right? And we see her give Slick Rick a hug, right? A tight hug, right? But guess who noticed it? Brittany. She notices it. And now Slick Rick has moved on. And let's go to the second verse, right? Let's go to the second verse. Precious times hoping they won't and tell your mother about your lover or so your best friend. You mighty proud while you holding her hand. Boys, yo, that's my woman, and girls, yeah, that's my man. This person brings a certain warmth to your heart and everything seems so great at the start. For she loves him and he also loves her, and it's hard to turn back to the person you were. But later on, problems start to occur, and the bond which combines y'all turn into a blur. For the feelings were the same, now here's the score. You love them too much, and they don't love you anymore. due to your attitude or number, or because you're not being true. Or maybe they're just plain sick of seeing you. Word. And now it might seem strange. You better take hints quick and make the right change. Don't hurt me again. I just can't help myself, right? But now this third verse, right? Well, let's explain what happens in the video, because this is when the video gets very, very tricky, right? So you guys remember, right? When we left off, Slick Rick the Ruler, Ricky D, he's hugging Keisha, right? And he shows her off to the crew. They're an item. Everybody knows this, right? Well, why in the next damn scene, Keisha's on the damn train with Big Daddy Kane himself? I told y'all this dude can't be trusted, Slim. I told y'all. And she want the same sausage Madonna got in that book. We all know what Big Daddy Kane do to these women. We know he's the smooth operator because he's so smooth. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We know. We already hip. We know what he do. Man, Big Daddy Kane get the kissing on Keisha. All on the train, right? All on the train, right? And look, shout outs to my man Saint Laz, right? Saint Laz is a popular New York YouTuber, tells great stories, right? Amazing stories. He mentioned that during this time in the 80s, right? No, notable D-boys, you know, you wearing your truck jewelry and whatnot. That's what Slick Rick the Ruler has on. Them thick rope chains, that's truck jewelry, right? Boom, you wearing that. You on these trains, right? Back then, the New York goons had little man bags back in the day. Yes, they did. So, what you don't know is what Big Daddy Kane is, he's tonguing Keisha down. He's dark skinned, right? Slick Rick's a little lighter than him, right? I hate to do that, but it's the truth, all right? It's 88. Dark skinned brothers taking over. Man, Slick Rick pulled up. Like, yo, you know, I can't do the accent. Yo, you messing with my shorty, yo, you know? And like, you see Big Daddy Kane tries to like confront himself, but he doesn't seem to be coming off very tough. And I'm going to tell you why. Because in that very next scene, you see Slick Rick goes to that damn bag. He went right to that designer bag. It might have been an MCM. You know, who knows? You know, he might have got it from Canal for all we know. But I know this. I know what was in that bag. It was the tool. Yeah, the tool. He was about to pull that Joan out on Big Daddy Kane. That's what you gotta do to dark-skinned brothers like him. Because they wasn't playing fair back then. They wasn't playing fair. All right? And yeah, that was that. All right, we're going to get to the third verse. I'm passionate about that, though. I'm a little upset. He pulled the tool out on Big Daddy Kane. That was his friend. Man, Big Daddy Kane wanted that girl off jump. But see, that's a teenage love for you, though, right? That's a teenage love, right? Y'all got me all upset. I'm sweating. I'm mad. I'm upset, right? Now, let's get to the third verse. See, just when you swore the ball was rolling, they're gone, and part of your heart's been stolen. Get back on your feet with a hop and a skip, but no, you'd rather go with this dead relationship, hanging around and buying them stuff. You see them every darn day and you don't see them enough. You follow them around and they claim that you're hawking. When the conversation comes, you do all the talking. Not to mention, attention, we all need a bit. Behind your back, they saying, yeah, he's all on my. They getting sick of you and quite annoyed. And if you had plans for the future, they now destroyed. You saw what was happening and you still let it. And if you ever let them make love to your girl, you can forget it. Sweetheart, you've been caught, and it'll spread around town faster than you thought. And break up time and you receive the words, yo, this is from the heart and I know that part hurts. Get over it for now. Don't take short slick. If it's not true love, you shouldn't deal with it. Just think of your future and what's to come and pay attention to the words that's in this song. They go, don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again. Oh my God. Those ad-libs speak to Rant's soul. Like and subscribe. If y'all feeling these, if this get the right amount of views, I'm telling y'all now, I'm going to hit y'all with that Never Make a Promise Drew Hill video. I'm hitting y'all with that next. So mess with me, man. Like and subscribe. Randumb Rants. Y'all already know.